Man. It is always something with this lady. It is always something, even in a blowout. I mean, this lady just can't get right. Yeah, just can't get right. Stephanie White absolutely blew up on the bench, crash out right in front of Caitlin Clark again. And for whatever reason, this only seems to happen.
The situation surrounding professional sports has reached a shocking new level, with Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White allegedly facing a major confrontation during a nationally televised game against the Las Vegas Aces. What began as a normal competitive matchup quickly turned into a dramatic moment as tensions involving the team, the coaching staff, and Caitlin Clark appeared to boil over on the Indiana bench. According to the narrative, White had an intense emotional breakdown involving Clark, creating a scene that reportedly caught the attention of viewers and officials. The story then claims that WNBA Commissioner Adam Silver personally stepped in during the broadcast and delivered an immediate termination order, leaving White visibly emotional on the arena floor. While the claims surrounding the incident are presented as a major turning point, the key focus is the explosive tension that allegedly unfolded between White, Clark, and the Fever in front of a national audience. But the biggest development reportedly came only minutes later, when Caitlin Clark announced that she was leaving the franchise and delivered an emotional farewell that, according to the story, dealt another major blow to Stephanie White's reputation. The situation had reached a point where the usual public relations explanations could no longer quiet the growing criticism, and fans were demanding answers. To understand how the controversy reached this level, the focus turns to the tense confrontation that allegedly took place on the Indiana bench. As the Las Vegas Aces increased the pressure with their offense, tensions within the Fever reportedly boiled over, with White appearing increasingly frustrated during the game. What had been kept behind closed doors was suddenly playing out in front of a national audience, turning an already difficult night into a major controversy surrounding the team, its coaching staff, and Caitlin Clark.
Here seems to be Stephanie White blowing up potentially at Caitlin Clark on the bench here once again. We're going to get into the footage, man. Just can't get right, man. Can't get right, Stephanie White. All right. Oh, yeah, she losing it. Oh, yeah, she's snapping. Yeah, she's pissed. Now, a lot of people are saying she was crashing out on Caitlin Clark again. This is in the beginning of that third quarter when Caitlin Clark was in and the Las Vegas Aces made their run. Caitlin Clark, I believe she had a turnover. And you see Stephanie White just snap. And I'll show you Caitlin Clark is sitting right here. This is Caitlin Clark right here. You see her drinking a Gatorade bottle right here. This is Caitlin Clark. And Stephanie White is absolutely losing it. And you see Caitlin Clark right there. When she leans forward, you could tell that's her.
In the alleged incident, Stephanie White reportedly confronted Caitlin Clark in an intense verbal exchange and sent her back to the bench as tensions reached a breaking point. The scene quickly drew attention because it appeared to go beyond normal coaching frustration, with critics accusing the staff of treating Clark unfairly during a highly competitive game. As Clark remained on the bench, viewers and fans began questioning the coaching decisions and the way the situation was handled. Arena staff reportedly moved quickly as the tension continued to build, while the controversy spread across social media and attracted growing attention from fans and sponsors. The story then claims that WNBA Commissioner Adam Silver was watching the situation unfold and became concerned about the impact it could have on the league's reputation. rather than waiting for a routine review at the end of the season. The narrative alleges that Silver took immediate action and personally intervened to address the growing crisis.
And is this thing beyond repair at this point? This thing could just be beyond repair. And some people just feel like, hey man, this thing is over. I mean, it just is what it is. I don't really see things getting better or changing with Stephanie White. And I don't know. But Skip Bayless took to his YouTube and he wanted to address a lot of the vitriol, a lot of the hate and the nastiness that has been aimed in Caitlin Clark way, because make no mistake about it, it's been absolutely disgusting. It's been disgusting the way this league has treated the person that got everybody rich, essentially, the way they've handled her, the jealousy, the envy, the hate. It's been nasty, to say the least. I mean, that's just the real. That's just the real, people. Like, we got to call it like we see it. Skip Bayless went on to address this. Let's check it out.
And I'm saying, she's your golden goose, man. I said this 1,000 times the first 2 years. How can you women not see how much she's done for you? You were flying coach, and now you got team planes.
Yeah.
You're playing before packed houses.
Y'all was sitting next to Tom, Dick, and Harry on flights. Caitlin Clark popped up. Everybody got private flights. All flights private as soon as she popped up. Y'all got $1 million contract, all types of stuff that y'all would not have gotten this quickly. I know y'all like to run to say, oh no, we were seeing, incremental year-over-year growth. Well, damn it went from incremental to exponential, goddamn it. She went and turned this whole thing up. Now everybody is eating. Everybody is eating because of...
In the story's most dramatic moment, WNBA Commissioner Adam Silver allegedly confronted the Indiana front office and ordered Stephanie White's immediate dismissal. According to the account, White was fired on the spot, had her credentials taken away, and was escorted from the team area while the game was still receiving national attention. The incident was portrayed as a major warning to sports organizations about how serious conflicts between players, coaches, and team leadership can become when they play out publicly. But the biggest moment reportedly came after the game, when Caitlin Clark finally addressed the situation and spoke about her relationship with her former coach, delivering what the story describes as a major final blow to White's already damaged reputation.
It affects me a little bit more than I do put on, and I would never change any of that for the world, but I think it's important that people do remember that part of it too. So at the same time, it's really interesting to me because even I turned the TV on Sunday and that game was on Wednesday, and that's all people are still talking about. And I feel like that's just a real disservice to our league. And I get it. You talk about it. You talk about whether it's flagrant, you talk about whatever it is, but to continue to beat down, and then for the narrative to be taken other places that is really just that's just really not acceptable, I think is just, it's hard to see, and it's a disservice to my team, but it's also a disservice to the other teams in this league and other players in this league. There's so much amazing talent, and there's so many amazing players that are playing at an incredibly high rate. And I remember, I think it was Sunday or Saturday, whatever day that was. I remember watching.
Facing a packed room of reporters, Caitlin Clark reportedly announced that she was leaving the franchise, describing the environment as toxic. With tears in her eyes, she accused Stephanie White of damaging what they had built together, while also pointing to broken promises, internal betrayal, and feeling isolated behind the scenes.
Caitlin Clark did not build the WNBA. The WNBA was built on the backs of many people who came before Caitlin Clark, most of them being sisters, meaning black ladies.
That's irrelevant.
The Cynthia Coopers, the
That's actually irrelevant. The race that they were is irrelevant. That's the WNBA's problem. The race of whoever built the WNBA is irrelevant. Do you see NBA players saying the NBA was built off of white guys? I mean, come on. What conversations are we having?
Cheryl Swoops of the world,
Oh, George Mike and all. Come on.
Lisa Leslie's of the world, Maya Moore's of the world. List goes on and on. Don't get me wrong. I ain't forget Diana Taurasi, one of the GOATs. I ain't forget about her. I ain't forget about Sue Bird. I ain't forget about Breonna Stewart. I certainly ain't going to forget about Serena Ionescu. I'm not going to forget about any of these other players. But you got a lot of sisters that have balled in the WNBA for years that made the WNBA what it was. And don't get me started with Asia Wilson.
What did they make it? What did they make it other than a business that feeds, that steals money, essentially? What did they make it other than a business that wasn't profitable? That's a genuine question that I want people to actually answer. What did they make it? They didn't do anything for the WNBA other than just play in it. In terms of bringing attention and eyeballs and profitability to it, they didn't do anything. You can argue the founding fathers of the WNBA, like Cheryl Swoops and Cooper and them, you can argue that
Clark's alleged comments intensified the controversy, damaging the coaching staff's credibility and putting the Indiana franchise under even greater pressure. The fallout reportedly raised concerns among sponsors and fans, while the story framed Adam Silver's intervention as a major step toward greater accountability for coaches and executives. The bigger message is that star athletes should have protection when serious conflicts with team leadership arise, and that organizations can no longer ignore problems that become public.
Yeah, they're players. They turn into fucking Ray Charles when Caitlin Clark tries to pass the ball to him. Screw all of you. Caitlin Clark, leave this trash of an organization. Get bent, clowns. Woo! Yay, the coach of the year. You beat the Aces without Asia Wilson. Hooray. Did you edit out all the ums? Yeah. Yeah. They would have lost if Asia was playing. Stephanie White is so unprofessional, she didn't even memorize the script. She had to have it in her hand. It's a fixed game. I mean, wow. Stephanie White definitely threw shade at Caitlin Clark here. I wouldn't even say it was subtle. Agreed. It's crazy. This is why I could never put a jealous in charge of a star too damn petty, a jealous coach. Your first statement is to throw shade at CC, that you're proud of your slow-ass system getting a win, slow, low-scoring, non-entertaining, stagnant methany ball. By the way, Austin Kelly's offense, yeah, I said Austin Kelly's, not Stephanie White's. Austin Kelly's offense, scoring real points.
The pressure on Indiana's leadership is reaching a critical point, with fans questioning whether more executives will step down or whether this controversy could lead to major changes across professional sports. Every decision from the organization is now being closely watched, and the fallout shows no signs of slowing down. The situation has become much bigger than one coach or one team, with the next move potentially setting a new standard for how athletes and organizations handle serious internal conflicts. Subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated as this story continues to unfold.